Traveler. Is that really you? It's been so long. Last I saw you, you had gone to defeat the Brotherhood. Out on your quest. It's been a month or two. We thought you had died. Everyone here at Faron's Grove. We were so worried. But you've returned. Wonderful. Tell me, what happened? What happened with the Brotherhood? We knew something was up because we haven't had any ransacked caravans. We haven't had any kidnappings, no stabbings. We've been safe, so I knew that you had defeated them. But then you didn't come back. Oh, I was so worried. But that's okay, because you're here now. Okay. So it was a demon, and not a den of thieves. Sorry, it's just oh, so close to home. A demon in our grove. But you stopped her. Thank you so much. We couldn't even fathom how to thank you. Feeling these last 2 months of safety. It's like you don't know what you got until you don't have it. So we much appreciate it. Although, it seems like I wasn't too far off in thinking that you had perished. Your gear, give me that. We first gave this to you when you came here, initially. It's very worn. You obviously used it wisely. It took the beating instead of you, I see. Are you okay? You look a bit scuffed up, but I didn't see you limping. Are you wary? If so, we do have a local healer that I can take you to. You're so strong. The slightest of ailments and I head on over. Honestly, I think I just like seeing her work her magic. Anyway. Yes, this gear. It will definitely need to be repaired. Looks like the clasp here is a little bit, and the stitching is... Okay, let me take a look at the other one. Okay, let's see. Good. This one's just as sturdy. Lucky for you, we have a leather worker in town. That is superb. He can get this fixed up right away. And that gear that I gave to you won't be wasted. So, tell me. You've defeated the Brotherhood. Took the long way home, I suppose. What now? What now for the traveler? Our hero. Will you stay in our town? Or continue? Would you like to continue with your questing? Oh. Well, good for you. Well, lucky for you, I have another quest for you. I was so worried that I'd have to wait for another traveler to come by that had the heart of gold like yours. It's hard to find those these days. But if you'd like, I have another quest for you. Oh, your shoulder guard. What have you done to it? Well, you definitely used it. That's good, because it protects some of the most vital organs in your neck. Oh, yes. Back to business. Like I said, you may have been gone a month or two, but we've already felt the aftermath of your goodness. Because we haven't had many kidnappings or thievery and all that, we've had a lot of travelers come by. None like you, ones just passing through. And when they notice a town like ours, they spend their money, they stay here, they try our food, and we've really begun to thrive. We are perfectly placed on the way between one town to another. So I was thinking, perhaps we need a dragon. It seems a bit weird. But it's not that. It's every big town has a dragon to protect them. It's a status symbol. A symbol of hope, of protection, that we've been put on the map. You see, once a town feels like they're ready, they send their bravest warrior to make their way to the Dragon Mother. There, the traveler will present the offerings to the Dragon Mother and plead the case for the town. And then she will decide whether or not we are deserving. Again, to be chosen as worthy of a dragon, it's a high honor. I have collected some items, and if you accept, I could pack them in your pack. It is just as beat up. Oh, let me see that. Oh, goodness. We'll have to take this to the leather worker as well. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I could pack the offerings in your things, and then all you have to do is make it through the dark woods. Yes. So, you traveled through the enchanted forest to get to us. Seems you were lost there for a while. That's on the west. But if you go through the east woods, the dark woods, and all you have to do is get through the clearing, and there's this giant mountain, and at the top of the mountain is the Dragon Mother. There she stays with her many kin. And then you just give her your offerings. Oh my goodness, the buckle. Oh, let's see here. Well, at least you have a lot of room. I definitely have space to put some things in there. It seems you've been gathering on your way. That's smart. You should be gathering anything that looks a little bit different than the ordinary. Our alchemist could use any of your herbs that you pick. She doesn't really like to go out picking herself. She'd rather stay in all day and try different potions. So, if you bring some to her, I'm sure she'd buy them off of you. And a lot of these stones that you found, I would take them to the blacksmith. I'm sure that he would melt them down for you or make you some gear, or you could just sell them to him as well. No, that's going to be loose. That's not good. And that there could probably be loose. And this will be added. Oh, perhaps we could do this on. Oh, yes, and on the shoulder crown, that might need to be refastened. And then this. Oh, my goodness. Let's check those gloves. They look a bit dirty. I didn't notice it first, but I think that one needs to be taken to the leather worker as well. Let's see here. Yes, a bit dirty, but not quite as tattered as everything else. Let's see. I'm just going to take a look at these finger parts. That stitch could be sewn. Perhaps the leather worker could add a different layer. Or do something towards them. Okay. Maybe I could do that. Well, I did get a new ship in it. And then we find an enchant. Perhaps we can add it. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, I could do that. We could definitely upgrade this. Yes, and then we could take it. Perhaps we could take it to the enchanter. The enchanter. Very good. We could add some enchants to your gear. Oh yes, we definitely have the means for that. Okay. Don't worry, all this will be on the house. And then we could take these stones. Is there a fasten for a stone? Oh no, not quite. We need to get better gear for that. Yes, that's right. Let's see, one last look. Is there anything else? Oh, I think we've got it. Yes, so all of this gear, I'll go ahead and take it to the leather worker. And perhaps if there's time before you get too antsy, I could drop it off at the enchanter's. She could probably add some enchants. I know for sure to those bracers. All right. Onto your offerings. You know what? Let's first celebrate. Last time you came, I offered you some wine and some mead, but you chose the wine. This time, I insist on the mead. Only because this one is very special. A few towns over, in Blackbriar, there's a meadery. And they have some very good bees there, but that's not what makes this one special. In the spring, it brings peace bloom. Over in their area, there's fields of it. The bees, what they do is they go around to every single one and grab all of that delicious nectar. And with that, makes this very specific mead. I swear to you, it will be the best that you've ever tried. The sweetest, but not too sweet, with a certain little flavor that you can't just put your finger on. It glistens. Can you see? A pale yellow. It's my favorite. It's hard to get your hands on as well, because it's so popular. Everyone knows the peace bloom brings the best mead. I only was able to get my hands on a few bottles, but hearing that you've taken care of our brotherhood issue, and that you've accepted to go on our trip to give the offerings to the Dragon Mother, I'd like to offer you the whole bottle. All for you. Here, try it out. Go ahead. Just pop the top off and take a swig. No one's going to judge you here. There you go. How do you like it? The best mead you've ever had. I know. Perfect. Well, you keep that with your things and enjoy it. You deserve it. On to the offerings. Of course, I will pack these up. You don't have to leave right away. You can have a room on us with the best linens and the comfiest bed. You can take a night's sleep and wake up in the morning, head off on your journey. Or you could stay for a few days. Tomorrow is when we have our farmer's market. You can always try that out as well. Either way, so you should decide. Oh, yes, back to the offerings. Okay. I've gathered 4 things, and every one of them speak to our town, and how perfect we'd be for a dragon. First off is the most obvious. I've gathered some crystals, 4 specific ones. 2 of them very rare. The other 2 very shiny and very beautiful. I've collected them along the way. As we've had some merchants come through, I've had them trade with me. I spent a lot of gold on these. I knew at some point that we'd want a dragon, so I've been preparing for this. Would you like to see them? Is it pretty, or what? I think I did good with these. Yeah, that one in particular. I spent a pretty penny on that. This one, I've had it for, 3 years. It's very rare. Once I saw the merchant had it, I spent, nearly most of what I had to get it. But it's all worth it. You'll see. I'll go ahead and put these in a pouch. One that they don't move around as much. This way, as you walk, you won't seem to attract any thieves. There can be some along the way. I wouldn't say you will find one, but I can't say you won't. You never know these days. So I'll set those aside, and I'll go ahead and put those in a pouch for you. Keep them nice and safe. That will be the most expensive thing that you're carrying. The next item, our most prized cut of meat. You saw our cattle outside. They're our best herd yet. This one is from a very particular cow. one that died with honor. I must warn you, though, this parchment has been enchanted. Inside of the parchment, the meat will last a week or two. But if you cut or open any part of this parchment, the enchant will be broken, and the spell will no longer work, and the meat will begin to rot. A very good way to get yourself killed is to offer rotten meat to the Dragon Mother. So with this, you must be very careful. I've double wrapped it, just in case. The enchanted parchment is in the center, but that doesn't mean you have any leeway. Be very careful. On to the next one. This may look like ordinary water, but it's water from our ancient spring. When this town was first started, it was from a group of elves who found a magical spring. They prayed to it, and with it came prosperity. We still take very good of the spring. Only the elders are allowed to drink from the spring itself, but if you make your way back with Dragon, I'm sure I can advocate for you. I hear it is the freshest water you've ever drank. One sip, and you're hydrated for the full day. This spring water not only signifies that we are in tune with nature as elves, but also that the dragon has something fresh to drink from, as well as somewhere to soak on hot days. Having a dragon in our spring will only make it more magical. And again, a dragon is an honor. So we'd love for the dragon to enjoy our spring. They say that it shines in the moonlight, the water. Try it out on your journey. Take it out in the middle of the night, hold it up, and watch it shine. I'm sure it's a sight to see. When you go out to the spring at nighttime, the whole thing shines like a bluish sort of green, like bioluminescence, but I can't explain it. With your things. might sound very appealing, but it's for the dragon mother, okay? Once you start, you won't be able to stop, okay? So don't drink it. I trust you, okay? The last one is the most important. Here, we worship nature. And when you take good care of it, it takes good care of you. When the land feels safe enough, when it feels as though it's been taken care of, out blooms this rose. All over town. I'm sure you've seen them. These don't bloom just anywhere. It's a symbol of gratitude from the earth. It's called Solandis' rose. I'm very honored to have this in our town. To be honest, once it first started popping up, I thought to myself, aren't those the favorite snacks of dragons? And then I thought, we should get a dragon. And the more I talked about town, it seems as though everyone felt the same. When I went to the elders, they had already started collecting things. They helped me out to grab the spring water and the meat. And then this one I just picked off the side of the road. But again, it's the most important piece. I'm sure the dragon mother will be very impressed. It's beautiful, isn't it? Alright. I'll pack this with your things. How do you feel? Good. I'm glad. There's one last thing. As I mentioned, you just went through the woods on the west. Now you must go through the woods on the east. They are a bit dangerous. Not because of any sort of monsters or things. No particular group of thieves, but it is home of the druids. They are wood elves that have a very strong bond with the earth. Unfortunately, they really don't like humans. So, you'll have to be very careful. If they find you, I'm not sure what they'll do with you. They may not kill you on the spot, but there's a good chance. Just be very careful. Be very quick when you go through the forest. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Once you get through the clearing of trees and make your way to the mountain, it's going to be easy breezy. Which is why I will get this gear nice and fixed and enchanted for you. I may even take your sword there to the blacksmith and get it nice and sharpened. Just in case. I'm sure you'll be fine. Here. Let me open up my map here and show you which areas to avoid. Unravel this here. these are the woods from the east that I was speaking about that you made your way through, the enchanted forest. Alright, the ones on the east here, those are the issue. And then all the way over here is the mountain that we're talking about. Now, right around here, I'll mark it. That's where we last believed the Druids had their sort of den. I would steer clear of that area. Perhaps take a long route this way. And make it to the clearing like right there. Okay? Does that sound good? Perfect. And to get out to the trees, you're going to go due east. And then you'll see a fork in the road. Right about here. Take a left. The one on the right just goes down towards a different town. Alright. Let me roll this back up for you. Keep this with you. It's very important that you don't lose this. If we were to take a wrong turn and head straight towards the Druid's Den, well, that would be quite a mistake. Alright. I'll go ahead, there's that for you. Okay, and I have your gear. Those are the packed things. I'll get those nice and ready for you for the morning. And you have your mead. Alright. Everything's ready. The last thing you need to do is rest. You've worked so hard. Go ahead. Take a load off. We have our best room waiting for you. And like I said, the most comfortable linens, softest we have. The bed is like laying on a cloud. All for free, don't worry about it. It's the least we could do. And then, perhaps you'll check out that farmer's market. If not, you can go straight on to your journey. I know you're raring to go. Well, alright. Have a wonderful night. Get some rest. I'll see you in the morning, okay?